Namaste all of you. I am JVN Rahul Sharma and I am the Assistant Professor of the FPD Department. This is Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University, and today's topic is excreta disposable, and what are the excreta disposable, and what are the types of biomedical waste, what is incineration, what is disinfection. Okay, so there are so many points on excreta disposable, like safe disposal of excreta so that it does not contaminate the environment, water, food or hands is essential for the ensuring a healthy environment and for protecting personal health. So this can be accomplished many ways, some requiring water, other requiring little or none, regardless of the method. The safe disposal of human faces is one of the principal ways of breaking the facial oral disease transmission cycle. Sanitation is therefore a critical barrier to disease transmission. Plans for locating sanitation facilities and for the treating the and removing the waste. So must consider cultural issues particularly, and as sanitation usually focused on the household, excreta disposal may be difficult subject for a community to discuss. It may be people may be not like to discuss issues they regard as personal and unclean. In some cases, many people may feel that sanitation facilities are not appropriate for children, or that children faces are not harmful. In other, separate facilities may be required for men and women, and it may be necessary to locate the facilities so that no one can be seen entering the latrine building. If the disposal facility smell and are a breeding ground for flies, people may not use them. Healthy improvement come from proper use of sanitation facility. Note simply their physical presence, and they may be abandoned if the level of the service does not meet the social and cultural needs of a community member at an affordable cost, as shown in the figure number 4.1. So within a community, several different sanitation options may be required with varying level of the convenience and cost. So the advantage of the approach that it allows the household to progressively upgrade sanitation facility over time. So now main topic is the type of biomedical waste and what is the biomedical waste. Okay. So if you have to get rid of the biomedical waste, you don't know. If you have to get rid of the biomedical waste, you don't know what happens to the waste once if it is out of your hand. Your biomedical waste with disposable team is given the task of safety and effectively removing this waste from environment. Waste disposal is particularly important when it comes to medical supplies, because some waste can be contaminated with disease or dangerous pathogen. So all biomedical waste is not disposed in the same way, and different disposal companies follow the different method. So first is the autoclaving. So the process of autoclaving involves the steam sterilization instead of the incineration. So which can be expensive autoclaving? Simply introduce very hot steam for a determined amount of time. At the end of process, microorganisms have been completely destroyed. This process is particularly effective when and because it costs much less than the other methods, and does not present any personal health risk. While some biomedical waste is not able to dispose of via autoclaving, around 90% of material are sanitized in this way before being sent on a landfill. Second is incineration. So major benefits of incineration are that it is quick, easy, simple, and effectively removes the waste entirely and safely removes any microorganism. However, when burning hazardous material, emissions can be particularly dangerous. Some states prefer for waste disposal companies to look towards incineration as their first choice, but material must be reviewed and determined as safe to burn. Chemical. When it comes to liquid waste, a common biomedical waste disposal method can be chemical disinfection. Chlorine is a regular choice for this process and is introduced to liquid waste in order to kill microorganisms and pathogens. So chemical disposal can be used. So chemical disposal can be used for solid waste, but it is recommended that they be grinded first to ensure maximum decontamination. Liquid waste, once decontaminated, is then disposed into the sewer system. Okay. Next is the microwaving. So during this process, waste is shredded, mixed with water, and then internally heated to kill microorganisms and other harmful elements. One of the main benefit of the process is shredding aspect. It lowers the volume of biomedical waste and it is reportedly more energy efficient to use this method than to incinerate. While it cannot be used for all biomedical waste, it can be utilized for good 90% of it, just like autoclaving. So there were the three, four steps like microwaving, chemicals, incineration, and autoclaving. And for your information, incineration is a separate topic, but this is very little bit. So this is very short. So that's why I discussed in this within the biomedical waste. So there is no need to make the another video on this on a separate topic, because this is very short topic. Okay, you will get the short notes in your exam. So how to dispose of biomedical waste in 3 steps without endangering the environment. Okay, so what are those steps? Like first is biomedical waste collection and segregation. So as is the case for all waste, the best practice for managing it start at the point of generation. When waste is produced, in order to collect waste, one must first be familiar with what to collect exactly. Since there each category of medical waste needs to be separated from the other types. In practice, this means using the right container. These are usually color coded to help biomedical waste and segregation. So red containers used for sharp waste collection, that are needles, blades and razors. Red containers with a biohazard symbol for use for the infectious waste collection. Infectious waste collection means like blood, contaminated equipment, IV catheter, IV tubing, IV set, butterfly set, gauze piece, and any type of the material which is infected with these products. Yellow containers, basically yellow containers used for the trace chemotherapy waste collection. Chemotherapy waste collection like chemicals, okay, like empty vials, gloves, gowns, and the gauze piece, and so many types of the chemical also. Okay, so yellow container used. Black container means hazardous waste collection. So hazardous waste like P-listed drugs, bulk chemicals, any type of hazardous drugs, expired drugs, expired contents used for kept into the black container. Blue container, pharmaceutical waste collection. That is, pharmaceutical waste collection means they are used for the pills, okay, injectable and the antibiotics. So this was the first step, that was the biomedical waste collection and segregation. And the yellow seeded container with a radioactive symbol, radioactive waste used for the radioactive waste like lab research liquid, lab liquid, anything contaminated by the radiotherapy, and the waste from generating from the X-ray room, CT scan rooms, MRI rooms. Okay. So second step is the biomedical waste storage and transportation. So if you are in contact with a medical waste disposable company, it will handle safe storage and transportation for you. In any case, clinical waste needs to be stored in a secure facility that is off limit to the general public and well separated from any areas that might be used for food or drink. So food or drink consumption. So storage is essential until medical waste can be disposed of in bulk amount. As for transportation, most medical waste management companies provide special vehicle equipped with the state of art defensive tools. So there are separate cars, there are separate transport for the biomedical waste management, and the duty of the biomedical waste vehicles is to collect the waste from the companies, from the medical waste, from the medical societies, from the hospitals, from the other societies where biomedical waste is generating. Okay. So at the number point third is biomedical waste disposal and treatment. So always remember, until you medical waste is safely disposed of, your company is one of the responsible for any fallout it may cause, making essential to choose a professional waste removal company. So apart from incineration, that is used for the pathological and pharmaceutical waste disposal. Okay. So apart from the incineration, there are other biomedical waste disposable method like autoclave chamber, that is used for the sharp infection waste disposable, or the use of a biomedical waste shredder. Okay, so this topic was for the biomedical waste management. So next is the incineration. So incineration, like the major benefit of incineration are that it is quick, easy and simple method. It is effectively removes the waste entirely and safely removes any microorganism. However, when burning the hazardous material, emission can be particularly dangerous. So some states prefer for waste disposal company to look towards incineration as their first choice, but materials must be reviewed and determined as safe to burn. So next topic will be on the disinfection. So disinfection is the process which involves the elimination of most pathogenic microorganisms, excluding the bacterial spores on inanimate object. So chemical used in disinfection are called disinfectant. Different disinfectant have different target ranges. Not all disinfectants can kill or microorganisms. So what are the importance of disinfectant? To minimize the number of organisms in the population worldwide, the method of disinfection is used internationally. So internationally for the safety of human, to decrease the to decrease the scale to transmission of disease, a large emphasis of sterilization and disinfection has been replaced in food industry. So water sanitation and medical care and hospitals, as these have found to be largest affected organization with microorganisms and modes of the transmission amongst the population. So different disinfectants are used in different industry which target the specific flora. So in next class I will separately include this topic, that is disinfection, and I will also take the separate class on the incineration. So your topic was the biomedical waste. So I hope this concept is clear. This is very easy topic and very important also, that because how to dispose the things which are hazards, which are coming from the hospital sites and the radioactive sites, any type of waste we are injecting, we are using any type of the thing that should be disposed properly. So thank you so much. Thank you.